That's why he's all.
Welcome back, everybody. We are so excited for our next half of the concert. Before you is the 2015 San Diego Summer Music Institute String Orchestra. Give them a round of applause. And we are very excited to have again with us their director, who is also the director of orchestra and professor of music here at San Diego State University. And actually, before I introduce them, sorry, I want to recognize, do we have any returning members of the string orchestra? Anyone who was here last year? Stand up if you were here last year, and let's give them a round of applause. This is only the second year we've had strings here at San Diego Summer Music Institute. Okay, so without further ado, let's start by welcoming our conductor of the orchestra, Mr. Michael Gerdes, along with our wonderful guest artist for the 2015 San Diego Summer Music Institute, the wonderful trumpet professor from UCLA, formerly of the Canadian Brass and currently of the All-Star Brass, Mr. Michael Gerdes and Mr. Jens Lindemann.
I just wanted to say a word about our guest soloist. Jens Lindemann is a trumpet player of international repute. It's been a true pleasure to have him here at the camp. And I was so excited because I didn't think that we were actually going to have a chance to play with him. But we were going through our library and we found sort of an old standard of string orchestra repertoire, The Prayer of St. Gregory by Hovaness. And Mr. Lindemann was nice enough to say that he would play it when he arrived here. He's a former member of the Canadian Brass. He's a full professor of trumpet at UCLA, but we won't hold that against him here. And more than that, he's just a fantastic human being who has been nothing but a joy to hang around here. Every time he shows up for a rehearsal to work with these students, he's been a breath of fresh air, and it's been so much fun to have him here as a conductor, and I think it's been so much fun for the students to have him here as a guest artist that I think he deserves his own special recognition. I know he has some words that he would like to say to you all, so please welcome to the stage Mr. Jens Lindemann.
Guten Tag, sind hier Deutschsprechende im Haus? Einer, der Deutsch spricht? Ja, von wo kommen Sie her? Wunderbar, ich komme aus Hannover, ein bisschen nördlich. Andere Deutschsprechende hier im Haus? Ne? Yeah, excuse me, my name is Jens, I'm from Germany, and I have a friend in the audience from Munich. It's very, very good to be here, and I was thinking that I should say some words. Sorry for the accent, I tried. But I was coming to we were working with the children the last couple of days, and I said, children, you must use your ears. As musicians, we are very trained to listen. And I get the coffee from this place, the Starbucks that you have, yeah? And I get the cappuccino, and when he gives me some money back, I use my ears. And I was listening to his speak, and all of a sudden I could just notice that I was speaking perfectly normal English again. We've had a ball working with both the students in this orchestra and the wind ensemble master class. It's just been a whole lot of fun. I've been so overjoyed really to be here. I had no idea what to expect. And I showed up, and it's been a real delight. And it will be a delight this afternoon playing with that band as well. Great group, so I trust that you're all going to stick around to support that. And speaking of support, to all of you parents in particular, thank you for supporting the fact that your kids can come out and have these. I've been calling everybody total dweebs and geeks and nerds. Because that's our band. I start, so I've assured them I'm the biggest nerd in the room. Just before we play this work, I did want to make a special acknowledgement of 3 young people in this ensemble. One is, I'm sure, the happiest string player I've ever met in my life. Grace, stand up and wave to the people. She never stops smiling, ever. That's great. You can sit down now, Grace. Oh, you are sitting. I got it. Okay. Oh, yeah, it gets worse because I have a microphone. And then it's been a stunning, in fact, I took a picture in my entire career, traveling around playing with orchestras around the world. I have never, ever taken a picture of a string bass section. But I did. First of all, they're all very, and I counted them and there were 4, and then I looked and I was like, wait a minute, there's 4 and a half. And I have to point out how awesome it is to see Dharma in the back of that bass section. Gravitate to the violin or the viola, and the staff here have been telling me, we keep saying to her, there's an elevator, and she's like, no, I'll just hike it up the stairs. So you're really cool. Thanks for being here. And then finally, I got the name right. I've been having so much fun doing vibrato wars with one of the more talented young people I've ever heard in my life. So Aaron and I are going to have vibrato wars, and it doesn't even matter what note I play, he's going to out-vibrato me. Let's do this. He wins. Okay. I hope you enjoy this wonderful work written by Hovaness. It's entitled The Prayer of St. Gregory, and it's a really, really great way to start off the string portion of this afternoon.
Just a few words about our next piece. It's in 2 movements, you may clap between them if you are so moved, but they're very soft, so you probably won't be. It's called 2 Pieces for Strings, but that's really just a title of utility. That's not the name of the pieces. The first is a Passacaglia for the death of Falstaff, and the second is something called Touch Her Lips Softly and Part, or something. Touch her soft lips and part. That's what it is. And these are lines from Shakespeare, because these 2 Pieces for Strings actually come from Walton's soundtrack, the score that he has written to the film Henry V. So this is the pops portion of our concert, although it's actually very serious music and it's very beautiful. This sort of old gem from the middle of the 20th century for string orchestra, written for a couple of films by one of England's greatest composers. We're going to actually trim down the size of the orchestra for these 2 movements, and you're going to hear the inside ring along with 2 of our bass players performing them. So we hope you enjoy these works from Henry V by William Walton. The next piece of music that you're about to hear is also from a movie. It's scored by Morricone, and it's Morricone, and it's called Gabriel's Oboe. It's from a movie called The Mission. You know, movie soundtrack music, it's often lumped in there with pops, but when we think about the last century of music that's being written, movies have become the new playground for really great composers to write really incredible music. Things that people walk around and still take away in orchestral music are oftentimes the themes of John Williams, you know, the music that you come from the movie Up or something like that. The music that the San Diego Symphony is playing this week at Comic-Con is, of course, all of this type of music. And there's this huge wealth of beautiful scores that we can find on 20th century films. And this is one of them. But what would Gabriel's oboe be without an oboe? And your program does not list our oboe soloist, but we have one, and she's fantastic. So if you could please welcome to the stage to join us. She's a retired Air Force band oboist and is currently a fantastic member of the San Diego State University Symphony Orchestra. She's just going to blow you away. It's such a beautiful piece. Please welcome to the stage Mrs. Dawn Stryker-Roberts.